Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've done anything with Five Nights at Freddy's. But now that enough time has passed so that there's some more information on the teaser images, I thought I'd do an update. Here is the first image we saw when the final chapter Nightmare image was released on Scott's Games website. And in that video I talked about the nightmarish possibilities of these small heads and the drill hands that we can see. Now with the newer images we have the shadow or nightmare body. We have the "Was it me?" After seeing this image, I was almost sure that more would come out with a similar message, which is why I held off doing a video. And as we can see in the next one, for Chica, we have another "Was it me?" And of course this one is also brightened, so you can see more of the evil looking cupcake we have back there, which also has teeth just like Freddy's little heads. And with the last one we now have Foxy, or me. So why are the animatronics asking if it was them? What are they talking about? The most obvious option would of course be the murders. Why would they be questioning who committed the murder? When I first saw these images, I was thinking that why would they be asking why it was them? It would seem that maybe they were questioning if they were the ones responsible for the murder of the children, but why would all four of them be questioning which one was the culprit? I envisioned that maybe these events took place after Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and that the animatronics were rebuilt using Springtrap's parts. If Springtrap's parts were used to make the animatronics whole again, perhaps part of his soul would be imbued into every robot, giving part of his personality, mixing with their original personalities, to create hybrid Springtrap and the original animatronics, causing them to have identity crisis and questioning whether they were the murderers or not. With the latest image, which was released on Scott Games' website, may disprove that, because after changing the levels we can see, there we go, so we can see down the bottom here, property of FR, and at the end there was also ER. Now, many people have speculated what this could mean, and the most likely answer so far is that it's the Fredbear's Family Diner. So as you can see, Fredbear's Family Diner fits in just about perfectly. Now, Fredbear's Family Diner was the first location, which would make it a bit strange to have all the animatronics, and also would of course mean that Springtrap had not yet been created. Now, if we go back just a second, and now let's zoom in, we can also see teeth from an animatronic and perhaps an eye here. So let me try, and if you can't see it, I'll just try and draw some lines. So the teeth are sort of like here, and the eyes are here. Now what's strange is that this hat is purple, unlike Freddy's normal black one, which could suggest it's the Shadow Freddy, also referred to as the Purple Freddy. These lead to more mysteries and more intrigue, and it's quite hard to tell where Scott is going with this. If the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 reconstruction theory is correct, then this game would take place in the future, past Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But if the Fredbear's Family Diner theory is correct, this would be the first location, which would make it a prequel. Of course, some combination could be possible. As you see in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, you play in the future at Fredbear's Fright, but also you go back when you play the minigames. Perhaps the nightmare sequences will be in the future, and we'll have smaller minigames that take part in the earlier games, which reveals more of the story, and may answer a lot of questions. I guess we'll have to wait until later to see. Scott also recently updated an online album with this picture. However, the title was "Something Big is Coming." Who could say what that is? I think likely what we'll be seeing soon is that we'll have the trailer, the actual video trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. While the game should be releasing in October, now would be the perfect time to try and get people interested and hyped up for it. There was also one other thing that I noticed in these images, especially on Chica and Bonnie's one. Now we see these lines here It looks like, to me, it looks like scribbling, and it seems to cover most of the images, particularly easy to see on Chica's. And we can see here we have, looks like an F and an R. It looks backwards. It appears a lot fainter on Foxy's, and it could just be the after images from his teeth. But on these 3 images, it definitely seems like there is some sort of writing. I've been trying to figure out what this means for a while, and unfortunately I haven't found any answers for myself yet. If you have a theory, please let me know. Until then, I'm going to keep looking for the answer, but I guess only the future will tell. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in seeing more, please subscribe and like, and there'll be some more content coming in the not too distant future.